I don't want to get up yet. But we are camped at this amazingly beautiful view, and it looks like it's going to be a good sunrise, which means I'll regret it if I don't get up and go shoot it. So, go make me coffee.
Let's go shoot some photos.
Let's go do this. Oh yeah. Whew. It's gonna be a pretty one today. So my favorite part about shooting sunrise, as long as it's not freezing cold out, is waiting for sunrise, because you get to just stand outside and watch the sky and just wait for that color to come. And I know in a few minutes, these clouds right behind me above Mount Snuffles here are gonna just light up. So that's what we get to wait for. Happy sunrise! Thank you for sharing beautiful sunrise with me.
Anytime.
Now, about that coffee?
Never made any promises.
Now that we have our coffee, you know we'll start our day the way we always love to start our day, by catching up on some work, emails, social media, and maybe editing a photo or two.
And today is the day that we get to apply for camping permits for all of our November Grand Canyon trips.
Ooh, so Kendrick's going to be busy this morning.
Be sending all those in.
Well, get to work. Now that we have the boring part of the day all done and out of the way, we're off to the town of Telluride to see what kind of trouble we can get into. Alrighty, here we are in beautiful Telluride, Colorado. And so we're going to spend the day doing one of their most famous hikes, the Telluride via Ferrata.
Used to be a hidden gem, and now it is not so hidden, but still fun.
But because of Telluride's notorious, horrible parking situation, especially if you have a camper, it means we have a 3.5 mile bike ride before the 1.5 mile hike to get to the trailhead.
Good warm up.
Yay! All right, let's go see the town. I don't like riding uphill. Not at all. Whew. All right, finished the bike ride part. Now we get to hike up the rocky road to the trailhead. I'm already out of breath.
Dodge all the Jeeps.
Whew. Are we there yet?
Getting close.
Alrighty, one bonus to hiking up to the trailhead is that you get to see the base of Bridal Veil Falls, which at the top is a historical hydroelectrical generator or something like that. We featured it in one of our 14 videos. We're also one switchback away from the trailhead. Let's go. Alrighty, here we are finally approaching the trailhead, and it looks like there's going to be a lot of other people. It starts right here, goes on up to this ridge, and then it goes all the way across along this ridge and around these big rock features, and then you end up coming back down that way. And this is why I wear braids.
No braids here.
All right, we're finally able to start the trail. We're gonna stop at the first cable to show you guys what it's like.
A via ferrata basically is Italian for, I think, the iron path or the iron road. It pretty much is a series of cables like this that you can clip into with a special via ferrata lanyard that's equipped to handle a load on it if you were to fall. And you basically supposed to clip opposing on the beaners just to be super safe, but I don't really feel like that's necessary. Then you just drag it along until you get to the next one. Unclip one, take it over, clip it, unclip the other, take it over, and clip it, and repeat.
Yay! We made it through all the climby stuff, and we're both still alive. Now we get to walk back down to the car. No, to the bikes, and then ride our bikes to the car. But we might stop for a beverage somewhere in there.
To the car or to the bar?
Yeah, same thing, right? Made it back to the bikes. Time to go back to the car.
Bar?
Yeah, that's what I said.
One of those.
All right, let's do it. Alrighty, Kendrick got his way, and we went to the famous Last Dollar Saloon here in Telluride. They're just kind of known for having a big selection and some of the cheaper drinks in town, so luckily they're letting us sit inside.
Supposed to be a Ferrata. Cheers.
Cheers to Telluride. All right, we officially did our bike ride, hike, climb, hike, bike ride bar. But one of the main reasons we actually came to Telluride is because we have a couple friends here. But I have to say they're two of the most amazing people. And I have to say it ahead of time because they're also super humble. But Ben is like a super accomplished mountaineer, as well as photographer, videographer. Gosh, he does like everything. He's made movies, and not just like Mandy movies on YouTube. He's made like feature films. He has climbed Mount Everest.
He's done a lot of stuff in the Himalaya, and
Oh, yeah.
I really haven't even scratched the surface of it with him and just hearing what he's done.
And then Marianne, his wife, worked for the Nat Geo Adventure magazine for a really long time and is equally amazing. And then they have like the most adorable children. So, I mean, talk about a power couple, like the definition of a power couple, pretty much. Anyway, we're going to go have dinner with them because, as any power couple would do, they're cooking us like the most amazing dinner.
He already sent a picture of the piece of ribeye that he's cooking tonight, and yeah.
I was in the Salach with some friends, and we were scouting the Nolan's 14 line, and we pulled up to the parking lot of Chavano. Kendrick had just come down freezing because he didn't have a shirt on, and he had run in wet, right? Because you had actually run Chavano pretty fast.
Oh, yeah, it was pouring down rain.
We were there to scout it out, wanted to look at the peak, And here comes Kendrick, just like while we're sitting in the truck waiting for this rain to stop. I think we were like, "Hey, what's up, man?" And he ended up coming and sitting with us. And I think we had a beer. Probably you and I both are people that have said yes to things in our lives, and maybe and that we, you know, when you do that, you never know who you're going to meet.
We appreciate similar things. You know, we see somebody, yeah, like you said, running down from the mountains, soaking wet, no shirt on, and you're like, yeah, I might want to have a beer with this guy.
Yeah. I think if there's one thing we can do really well together, it's go on adventure. Some people call that getting lost, but I think what we call that is going on adventure, right?
Definitely.
Yeah. So my favorite time going on an adventure with Kendrick was fully and completely finding ourselves on top of Mount Missouri on the first attempt of
Or
running
not
across.
finding ourselves.
Yeah, like finding each other and not much else, grabbing for anything else around there in the dark. 4 a.m. at 14,000 feet on top of this mountain in this crazy whiteout, clouds everywhere, just, you know, just cranking. It was so hard to see further than like 8 feet away. You're like, what is that? You know, there's a feature, but you couldn't make out. And so we were just kind of stuck wandering around on this ridge for hours until sunrise finally came up. And we started looking down and we could finally see this trail. And we were just I was absolutely crushed.
It was really rough because it was freezing cold,
Yeah.
and we can't see anything, and the instinct is to just kind of huddle there because you have no idea where you're going. Ben had been out so long and been burning so many calories that
It's like hour
if
23.
he sat, he might not be able to maintain body temperature the same way I was. Ben made a video about this, about hiking Nolan's 14 and, you know, all the work going into it and all the heartbreak that comes from maybe not reaching your goal, but how maybe that's not the end of the world because it's all about the experience.
Well, who could debate the value of knowing the mountain range? The only accomplishment out of that I learned was I could accept reaching my own limit and enjoying the pursuit of that for once, you know, and just being like, that's cool, it's my fault.
Good morning, everyone. I bet you thought this was just a day in the life. But what you don't know is that we're being weekend warriors this weekend and giving you guys day 2. And I look like a wreck. So this is like totally the real me. I hope you guys appreciate that. Last night we hung out with our friends and basically talked into the night until we fell asleep, which is why you just had a little fade out there.
Never knew 7 years ago meeting Ben in a parking lot for a 14er that we'd still be friends today and still be hanging out, making plans and all that. But you know, that's one of the pleasant things about life is you meet people like that and they stay friends forever.
So now we are hopping in the truck and heading back to Ouray to do what we do every morning, get some work done. All right, so we found a great little public parking spot in Ouray where we can get a little bit of work done. Then we have another exciting adventure this afternoon. The other day when we posted on Facebook about doing the Ouray via Ferrata, we had one of our Grand Canyon clients message us and say she wanted to do it. And since we still happen to be in town, we told her we would be happy to take her on this exciting trail.
This one's a little bit more technical than the Telluride one that we did yesterday, so we're kind of excited to see what somebody who's never done one of these will think about it.
I bet she'll love it.
Or never do it again.
All right, we just met up with our friends Ann and Amy, and we are about to take Amy on the hike of her life.
She's not going.
We're gonna hike up to the trailhead. Are you excited?
I am very excited. Nervous, but excited.
All right.
Yeah.
Should be fun.
Yeah. Exciting. Adrenaline's flowing. It's great.
A little bit of sprinkling,
A little bit
but
of sprinkling. Yeah, it feels good though.
hopefully it'll go away. Headed that way.
I feel really great and tired and adrenalized at the same time. Euphoric too. Everything pretty much. You can, watch it on video and think that it's, I can do that. But until you're there, you don't realize, how hard it is or the actual technicality of it all. I'm glad I did it though. Very exciting.
Well, how about a beer?
Absolutely.
Via Ferrata accomplished! Woo! All right, we just finished the Via Ferrata. Amy did awesome. And Anne brought us mimosas and meat sticks. So can't really ask for a better friend than that. Yay! We're celebrating at the Red Mountain Brewery in Ouray. So let's all give cheers to Amy's awesome accomplishment. Fun times with friends. Goodbye.
Bye.
So here we are tonight, finally set up for the evening at the Bear Creek Trailhead. After being kicked out of our little spot we had found in Ouray by a knock on the door by the police telling us we could not stay there. So that was fun.
It happens sometimes.
So having the big Weekend Warrior episode we've had, it's going to make our highlight, lowlight, grateful kind of difficult.
Say my highlight was connecting with friends, both old and new.
Okay, my highlight was when we got to the bailout point of the Via Ferrata. Amy kind of wanted to bail, but I convinced her to keep going, and then hearing her tell me how grateful she was that I convinced her to keep going, that was like my highlight.
Ouray was police knocking on the door. My reaction was not to answer it, but we answered it, and they told us to move along, so we moved along.
Another lowlight was probably trying to find parking in Telluride. Parking in all of these little mountain towns is like pretty much impossible, especially with a camper.
Grateful to finally have a little bit of time to ourselves after about 10 days of our photo workshop and family time and all that. It's kind of nice to be able to get out and do some things on our own.
I'm grateful, first of all, that I had so many highlights to pick from, and it was difficult for me to choose a low light. I just can't ask for anything more than that. Looks like it's bedtime for this guy. Thank you for joining us for a day or two in the life with us. Good night.
Yeah. Did you have a beard back then? I did. Yeah, I've had a beard since high school. I shave it off every now and then.
It's terrible. Don't ask him to shave it off. It's terrible.
No, I've seen him without it before.
I think I look pretty charming without a beard.
Some people are beard people, though. That's the thing.
He's a beard
So-
person.